It's random picture time. Hotel Artemis is directed by Drew Pearce and stars Jodie Foster as Jean Thomas, a woman who has run Hotel Artemis, a hotel/hospital for criminals who are members who are the only ones who know about it. She's done this for 22 years in complete secrecy until one night her entire morals and all the rules of Hotel Artemis are tested. Now, this movie was a surprise to me. I went to the cinema as I always do, and this was quite a nice surprise for me. Hadn't seen the trailer, hadn't heard anything about it. So I ordered my ticket online as I normally do. I sat down, I relaxed after doing so, and wow, that was fucking worth it. Now, I've read reviews and heard reviews that don't agree with me on this point, but I truly believe this is one of the most original stories I have watched in a long time. I've seen a few original movies this year, but this one for me was a premise that I really latched onto. This is Drew Pearce's first directing and writing debut. What a fucking start! This movie had me hooked from the first minute. I love that dystopian look about it. I also love the small scale of it. It's the hotel in the middle of a riot. You're not really told all that much about a riot other than on sort of projector screens, but other than that you don't really hear much about it. It's very much set in these four walls, and I love a closed off set. The way that they used this means that the characters really had to work in this movie, and my god, the main thing Drew Pearce looks at is these people that don't even use their own names. They're criminals. You're not supposed to care, but he uses those people because he has no real stage. You have the rules, you have the nurse that looks after everyone, and the criminals, and Everest, and that is it. Now, Jodie Foster hasn't really been in anything since Elysium back in 2013, but she truly is back on this one, and she's so, for me, just sort of she is the glue that keeps all of this together. She's got a spunky attitude, a spunky little walk, works with murderers, but is the sole nurse in this entire hotel. You don't know that much about her until maybe the third act, right towards the end. But you don't really need that. She's just a woman who's in this circumstance, in this dystopian world. She's amazing in this film. I don't know what other personally in the UK, it's not really been out all that long, so I don't really know what people think about her, but she completely, for me, like, they've aged her a bit, and she looks really cool. I really enjoyed Jodie Foster in this movie. It looked like she had a lot of fun with this low budget film that was just written really well, and that is what she was digging in it, and you can truly tell she put a lot of effort into her characterization because she just respected the script so much. She truly was amazing for me. Dave Bautista really has taken himself away from wrestling. Blade Runner 2049, this, okay, Escape Plan 2 is quite terrible apparently, but he has truly cemented himself as an extremely entertaining actor. I mean, Inspector, he said one word. He was amazing in that. This man, for me, as Everest, this huge orderly who is Jodie Foster's right-hand man, is just amazing. He's just so comfortable with his acting chops now that I can just watch the man constantly. Everest, for me, is probably my favourite character in the entire thing, because he just takes no shit. He's built like a brick shit house. It's Dave Bautista, of course he is, but he truly was the most enjoyable part of this movie. If you're going to go watch this movie, watch everything about Dave Bautista. Truly, I just absorbed all that. He was just so good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Sofia Boutella. Because for once in a movie that I have seen this year, she does not suck complete dog shit. Now in this, she plays Nice, a French assassin. She's gorgeous, she's a kick-ass, she's just so entertaining because she doesn't say all that much, and when she does, she's against people that you'd want her to be against. There is an extremely corny bit where she draws a line in the sand and is like, "Do not cross my line," and starts kicking ass. That, for me, I was sitting there going, it's just full of cheese, but at the same time, she didn't suck in this movie. She's redeemed herself like this much out of this for what she did with The Mummy. She's got like a couple more good movies to go before she starts redeeming herself for the shit she's done this year. But truly, she surprised the hell out of me, and honestly, I didn't hate her when she was on screen, which is the first time it's happened this year. I would say that the ending's a little haphazard and stupid. Zachary Quinto plays the main villain in this movie, and he's very much James Bond, stroke the cat kind of villain. His parts with Jodie Foster towards the end were pretty good, but that's down to Jodie Foster. I think Zachary Quinto was just sort of B villain, that's all you have to be. Wasn't really all that inspired. I can't really say much about him because he's for the last 10 minutes and it really didn't. No, it was just like just a regular gangster role to me is how it felt, so I didn't really think all that much about him. But if you think I'm going to be stupid and not mention the main person in the trailer that everyone was talking about, of course I am, and of course it's Jeff Goldblum. Oh my god, yes! Here's my review of Jeff Goldblum in this movie. It's Jeff fucking Goldblum. Do I need to say anything else? Oh, and by the way, fuck Charlie Day in this movie. He does what every comedian does when they get a serious role in a movie. They end up being the comedic guy, but instead of being really funny and a bit of light-hearted, because this is a shit show, things go wrong, but instead Charlie Day's just a fucking asshole, and I really don't like him, and he's really annoying me. Okay, yeah, you do Sunny in Philadelphia and all that bollocks, but it doesn't make you this funny guy that tries way too fucking hard, by the way. For me, you could have just done without him. He's just something that Sofia Boutella has to deal with at some stage and get annoyed by. Other than that, he's just a dick and really not funny, and I've just Charlie Day didn't need to be in this movie whatsoever. What a dick. Guys, this is a great original movie that uses its space and its characterisation so effortlessly because it had to work with its limitations, but it used its limitations so well with a great original story that is just honest, and it's what we need, an honest original story that you can truly get your hands on. And that, for me, if you can go to the cinema and be entertained effortlessly, which I was, then for me, yes, it's got its flaws, of course it has. Movies have flaws, but this one, it was so good, and I don't think it will be looked at nearly as much as it should be, but that's just the world we live in. But for me, great film, I thoroughly recommend it. With all that being said, guys, I'm going to give Hotel Artemis a 4 out of 5. So there you have it, guys. It was my take on Hotel Artemis. Now, if you have seen the movie, then please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. Now, before you go, please don't forget to follow all my socials. Press the subscribe button and the bell. Please, you all know the drill by now. But until next time, this is your friendly neighbourhood ginger guy saying, Ginge out.